Imagine a warm bowl in front of you. Nutty grain, a bright herb dressing with a little turmeric glow, and that first steady inhale where your mind feels a fraction clearer. I had that exact moment last week. Midday fog lifted in one mindful bite. Listen to your body. That feeling is what we're chasing today.
The research shows small, regular food rituals like this can support attention by stabilizing blood sugar, reducing stress-triggered cortisol spikes, and supporting gut-brain sync. Today, we'll unpack the why and the how, and we'll cook a 12-minute focus bowl together.
Welcome to Earthy Remedy. Natural remedies, real food, better you. I'm Samnang, your kitchen guide. Fiona, hi. So good to have you here.
Hi, Samnang. I'm Fiona, here to keep us honest with the science and help translate it into something simple you can actually use. And today, we've invited two guests, Dr. Maya Singh, a cognitive nutritionist, and Lek Channery, a traditional herbalist, to bring both evidence and rooted practice into this focus bowl.
Perfect. Maya and Lek, welcome. Let's start with a quick frame. Why do so many of us feel scatterbrained or low energy in the middle of the day? I'll kick with a short personal scene. Last Tuesday, I was sitting at my desk, 3 tabs open, half a toast in my hand, and the world felt pixelated. I realized I'd been skipping a real grounding meal. That's where the focus bowl idea starts. Simple food, plus herbs, plus a small ritual.
From a biochemical perspective, what often happens is twofold. First, when meals are low in stabilizing protein and fiber, blood sugar swings occur. Fast drop, sudden fatigue or distraction. Second, stress elevates cortisol and adrenaline, which can hijack attention. And third, gut discomfort or poor digestion can send inflammatory signals that nudge the brain away from calm focus. So we're looking at blood sugar, stress physiology, and gut-brain communication.
Exactly. What the data suggests is that interventions that combine slow-burning carbohydrates, a bit of protein, and anti-inflammatory components, like spices, can reduce those midday crashes. There are studies showing low glycemic meals influence sustained attention tasks, and other work linking polyphenol-rich herbs to improved working memory in short-term trials. It's not a magic bullet, but these are low-risk, practical shifts with measurable effects. In traditional kitchens where I grew up, herbs like rosemary and lemon balm were used not just for taste, but to steady the mind. We didn't call it attention in academic terms. We called it clarity, a calm that lets you work and sing and be present. Turmeric was used to warm the body and support digestion, especially in cooler months. The sensory act, the smell, the stirring, was part of the remedy.
Let's be specific about 3 herbs and spices we'll center today: rosemary, lemon balm, and turmeric. The research shows rosemary's aroma can support alertness in short-term testing. Lemon balm is linked to reduced subjective anxiety and improved mood in some trials. Turmeric, specifically curcumin, has anti-inflammatory properties and may support cognitive function when absorbed properly, alongside fats and black pepper.
A couple of practical notes on bioavailability. Turmeric's curcumin is poorly absorbed alone. Pairing it with a small fat, olive oil, tahini, and a pinch of black pepper can increase absorption. Lemon balm works well as a fresh leaf infusion or chopped into dressings for a mild calming effect. Rosemary is powerful in aroma. Finely chopped leaves in a dressing or toasted on grains adds both flavor and sensory alerting cues. When you cook with these herbs, notice the steam, the smell that lifts. That's part of the tradition. Engage your senses. A little rosemary and lemon balm together in a warm dressing feels both bright and grounding. Turmeric gives color and warmth, like a gentle signal to the body that it's time to settle into focus.
Okay, time to introduce the focus bowl. Why this bowl? It's built to balance steady grains, a little protein, healthy fat, and a herby dressing that includes rosemary, lemon balm, turmeric, and black pepper. It's fast, 12 minutes if you follow along, and it's flexible. Quick heads up, We'll include substitutions and allergy-friendly options, so nobody's left out.
Who this is best for: people with midday attention dips, those who want steady energy for focused tasks, and anyone who responds to sensory routines. Cautions: if you have a diagnosed attention disorder, speak with your clinician about integrating dietary strategies. Also note herb-drug interactions. The research tells us that certain herbs can interact with medications, so check before making anything daily.
Right, let's make it. If you're cooking along, gather these now. I'll read the ingredients slowly so you can write them down. 1, 2, 3. Ready?
Ingredient list. For 1 serving, 1 cup cooked whole grain, we'll show a quick stovetop option, or 1/2 cup dry quick cook farro or quinoa if you prefer, 1/3 cup cooked chickpeas for plant protein, a handful of leafy greens, baby spinach or kale, 1 small carrot shredded, 1 teaspoon fresh rosemary finely chopped, 1 tablespoon fresh lemon balm chopped or 1 teaspoon dried, 1/2 teaspoon ground turmeric, 1 tablespoon extra virgin olive oil or tahini, a pinch of freshly ground black pepper, half a lemon for juice, salt to taste, optional 1 tablespoon toasted seeds for crunch.
Quick substitutions. If you're gluten-free, use quinoa. If chickpeas disagree with you, swap in firm tofu or a soft-boiled egg. If fresh lemon balm isn't available, use a small pinch of dried lemon balm or a light splash of lemon zest. For turmeric, if you only have ground, use 1/2 teaspoon and pair with the olive oil and black pepper we mentioned.
Equipment: a small pot, a skillet or saucepan for toasting, a bowl, a spoon, and a strainer if you want to rinse grains. Keep it simple. This is a kitchen-friendly, low-equipment dish.
Now the step-by-step. I'll pace the steps so you can follow. Step 1. If you're using a quick cook grain like quinoa, start by rinsing 1/2 cup under cold water. Then add to your pot with 1 cup water. Turn heat to medium-high. Step 1 timing, bring to a gentle boil, then reduce to low and simmer 10 minutes. Cover. If you're using pre-cooked grain, skip this and warm gently.
Step 2. While the grain heats, make the herb turmeric dressing. In a small bowl, combine 1 tablespoon olive oil or tahini, juice of half a lemon, 1/2 teaspoon ground turmeric, a generous pinch of black pepper, 1 teaspoon finely chopped rosemary, and 1 tablespoon chopped lemon balm. Stir until combined. The oil helps curcumin absorption, important little bioavailability tip. If you want the turmeric to feel smoother, you can bloom it briefly. Warm the oil in a small pan for about 20 seconds, add the turmeric, and stir until it becomes fragrant. Then remove from heat and mix with lemon juice off the stove. That short warmth releases aroma and helps integration without overheating the oils. When you warm the oil with turmeric and rosemary, notice how the scent changes. Deeper, almost resinous. That smell is anchoring. It's a small ritual. Stir slowly, breathe, and let the kitchen tell you when it's ready.
Step 3. Warm your chickpeas in a skillet for about 2 minutes with a pinch of salt and a tiny drizzle of olive oil, just to warm through and add a toasty edge. If you're using tofu or an egg, warm or cook to preference. Step 3 timing, about 2 minutes.
Step 4. Assemble the bowl. Put your cooked grain as the base. Top with the warmed chickpeas, shredded carrot, and greens. Drizzle the herb turmeric dressing slowly over the bowl. Notice the turmeric's color and the rosemary flecks. Add seeds or nuts if you like. This is where the textures meet. Warm grain, crisp greens, creamy dressing.
Step 5. Sit for a moment with your bowl. Take 3 mindful breaths. Inhale the aroma. Feel the warmth in your hands. Mindful eating amplifies the effect of the nutrients by reducing stress hormones and increasing meal satisfaction. Step 5 timing, 30 seconds to a minute. This small pause is part of the ritual.
Step 6. Eat slowly, chew thoroughly. Notice how you feel after the first 2 bites. This bowl is meant to give steady energy for the next couple of hours, not a caffeine spike. Try it before a focused work block or mid-morning when your attention dips.
A quick note on timing. When you pair this kind of meal with focus tasks, aim to eat about 20 to 30 minutes before you need sustained attention. Gives digestion time to start releasing energy steadily. Also, hydration matters. A small cup of water or herbal tea alongside helps digestion and focus.
Storage and serving tips. Make a double batch of grains and chickpeas at the start of the week. Store dressings separately in the fridge for up to 3 days. For a morning porridge swap, use oats in place of grain. Stir the dressing into warm oat porridge with a swirl of tahini. For a packed lunch, keep dressing in a small container and add just before eating so greens stay crisp. Budget swap. Use canned chickpeas and frozen greens, still nourishing.
Okay, safety time. Fiona, you'll lead this. What should listeners watch for?
The evidence is clear. Herbs can be supportive but not replacements for clinical care. First, if you're on medications, especially blood thinners, sedatives, or certain antidepressants, check with your clinician or pharmacist before taking herbs regularly. Turmeric can interact with blood-thinning medications. Lemon balm can increase drowsiness if taken with sedatives. Second, always test a single serving the first time you try a new herb if you have allergy concerns. Third, pregnant or breastfeeding people should consult their clinician before adding herbs regularly. If you experience any adverse reaction, stop and seek advice.
Our show notes have a concise interactions list and suggested questions to bring to your clinician or pharmacist. We intentionally keep doses modest in this bowl, culinary amounts rather than concentrated herbal extracts, to reduce risk. But always check if you take regular medication. And a gentle reminder from tradition: start small and let your body tell you. If something feels off, that's your signal to pause. Simple, nourishing, gradual. That's how we learn what works for us.
Reflection. Let's bring this home. Try one small change this week. Make this focus bowl once, notice how you feel during your next work block, and note one small difference. Remember, you've got this. Start small. That's the remedy.
Quick summary of the science-backed takeaways. Balance slow carbs plus protein plus healthy fats to stabilize blood sugar. Include anti-inflammatory spices like turmeric with a small fat and black pepper for better absorption. Use rosemary and lemon balm for sensory and calming effects that may support attention. The evidence evolves, but these are low-risk, food-first strategies with plausible mechanisms.
We'd love to see your bowls. Share a photo or send a voice message. Tell us what you swapped, how it tasted, and whether you noticed any clarity after 20-30 minutes. Tag us on Instagram or send a DM. Your photos and notes help us keep making practical recipes. And don't forget to grab the full written recipe and interaction callouts in the show notes.
If you liked this episode, subscribe so you don't miss the next kitchen-based ritual. Leave a review or share with a friend who could use a simple, nourishing tool for focus.
Thank you, Maya, and your insight was so grounding. And to everyone listening, trust the process. Try this bowl and notice how you feel. This is where it gets interesting. Real food, real results. Listen to your body. Feel the difference.
Thanks for having me. Lovely conversation. If listeners want a simple reading list on nutrition and attention, I'll share links in the notes. Thank you. Remember, the smallest sensory practice in the kitchen can become a big habit for clarity.
This episode was brought to you by Earthy Remedy. Listen to your body, trust the earth, feel the difference.